Hey guys, welcome back to the Distinct Mastering YouTube channel. My name is Freddie. Today we're going to be getting into an update to an old video of mine. Long time ago, I made a very popular video called Creating a DJ Mix in Ableton. This is for creating a mix like a radio show or a DJ mix while you're on the road. Maybe you don't have access to a DJ setup. If you're interested, go back and check that out. Now this video is an update to that video. I give the template away for free, so I'm going to be giving you both the old and the new update. I'm going to walk you through the new update in this video, showcase a little bit of the old video, so if you want to watch how the old template works, go back and check that out. Links to that are down below in the description. I've also created a custom Ableton rack called DJ Effects that emulates a Pioneer mixer, which I'm going to include for free for all channel members. So if you're interested, check out my membership area. Now let's talk about who this might be for. Let's say you're a DJ that's on the road a lot and you don't have access to a DJ setup and you need to make a radio show or a mix or a mixtape as we used to call it back in the day. Well, this template gives you the ability to do just that. You can literally line up your tracks and do EQ cuts, add effects, things like that, just like you're DJing in real time. Let's start by opening up a recent project that I did that you can find on the Freshcobar SoundCloud. This was a 50th birthday mix that I got hired to do because they couldn't have a DJ at the venue. So I did the 4-hour mix in Ableton, and as you can see here, this is the session laid out. This is the old template. I have 2 tracks and I actually added a voiceover track. And as you can see, if you just hit the automation, you can automate gain with the utility here and EQ. You can do low cuts like I frequently do. You can put fades just like this. And basically, it's very easy to lay this out. I'm not going to get into the specifics. I will show you a brief example of how to do it in the new template. But if you want the full picture of the old template, go back to the older video, link down below in the description. Now, one of the biggest differences in the old template versus the new template is I used an EQ8 in the old one because I was thinking about the EQ that I commonly use. But Ableton has a 3-channel EQ that mimics a DJ mixer, and that is one of the main differences in the new template. Let's check it out. All right, so here's the blank template with the Ableton DJ Effects tool that I've created. This little rack we'll get into, but it's going to be available for free for channel members in my membership area. As you can see, the biggest difference is I've included EQ3s, which have gain, mid, and high. This whole template is done with stock Ableton plugins. The DJ Effects tool does use one Max for Live device, which is free, so I'll leave you some instructions to that down below in the description. So if you do get the DJ Effects tool, you can get the Max for Live device to make that completely work 100%. It still will work without the Max for Live white noise device, just so you know. Now, what's cool about this template, if you use this button right here, just hit A on your keyboard, you're going to see the automation lanes, and I've got the low cut already set up, but you could literally just click into the mid and add that if you wanted to automate some mids. I've also set up the utility for gain. And on this template, I've set up a master out that's before the main output. This is where I put the DJ Effects tool that we're going to talk about in a little bit. Now, you want to make sure that you line up your tracks right on grid. So I went in here and just set this to 1.1. You can check this by turning on your metronome and hitting play. And everything looks good. You can also check the end of the song if you're curious, or just zoom in and just see how things are looking. Now, what I would do as a DJ is I would mix this near the end of the track. So let's go ahead and give this a listen. So right about here, sounds perfect. Here comes the bass, but see, it's a little bass heavy now because we have both basses. So typically as a DJ, what I would be doing is not bringing in the bass till about here. So all I have to do is drop this down. This is the low cut, like I said. And as you can see here, if I double click, I've just dropped the lows as if I was doing this on a mixer. And then I can do the same thing on this side. And these are lined up perfectly. This drops perfectly. So I don't want to do it on the gain. I want to do it here. I'm going to go a little past the track and I'm going to just cut this down. And now you're going to get something like this. I'm going to play it a little bit closer to that bass drop. So we don't have the bass interfering, and then we're going to have this flip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So So you can see that works perfectly. Now what you might be doing is you might be fading these in and fading it out, or you might just let this drop, or you could loop it. You know, if you really wanted to, you could take a section of this and just say, for example, this, and just loop this. You could cut this out and move it over to the outskirts if you wanted to say this to end here, and then you could take like a section and just loop this until it landed where you needed it to go and bring this back. However you need to do it, you know, it's a cool template. It allows you to do all of these things and work in grid. One of the things I suggest is try putting fades just like this to emulate you maybe mixing this record in. You might want to leave that one, and then that will sound like this. And so that dropped right into the breakdown perfectly. So you might want to fade this out if you don't want it to end so abruptly like that. Do something like this. Might want to go a little further out. Or you could just do a hard cut. Boom, the up fader right down. I'm going to undo that. I'm going to show you another thing you can do. Let's say you have a track that's slightly lower in volume, for example, or you might want to automate that breakdown. So this is where the gain comes in, because I can select this clip and just turn it up or down as needed to also match the tracks a bit. And then you'll notice I've built in some headroom right here. I've got these at -9, and that is just to make sure that I'm not clipping on this master out. Now, Ableton is working in 32-bit float, so the headroom is massive. And even though this is playing in the red, it's not going to clip once it gets to this main, but just for good gain staging practice, it's good to do. So as you can see, if I hit play, I'm not clipping on the master out, and then I can make up the gain with this limiter here. Just hit this a tad, maybe go a little further. So you've got before and after. I'm obviously shaving off some of the waveforms, so just do whatever sounds natural and sounds good to you. But it's good to check it during your mixes. One other thing you can do while you're doing automation is you can go over to your mixer and then you can switch over to song tempo. And if you wanted to, you're able to automate the tempo of the track. So if I wanted to speed this up or slow this down, I can do so. Typically what I do is I'll do this after a mix, and then I'll kind of, if I need to speed up the mix, I'll gradually do it across the length of a song. You will hear a little bit of artifacts because Ableton's obviously warping it along the way, but it is a unique way to get the tempo changes that might happen during a live set. Okay, I want to just quickly talk about the Ableton DJ effects tool that I created. This effects tool is supposed to mimic a Pioneer DJM 900 mixer or newer. It's basically got all of these macros that you can play with the effects similar to the mixer. All of these macros are fully automatable, and you can also map these macros to a control surface and control these with your hand to make it more real time, make it more like you're actually DJing. So for the example purposes, I'm going to turn off the automation view, and we're going to play with some of these as the track is playing. Let's start with cut highs. So that's going to give you an EQ style filter cut. The same thing is reigns true with the opposite, cut the lows. The next one is space, which is basically the reverb effect on the mixer. As you can see, even when I turn the macro down, the reverb continues just like the Pioneer mixer. The next one is the one you're going to need the Max for Live device to operate properly, but it still should work without the device. You're going to want to get this White Noise 0.1 device by Robert Schultz. Thank you, Robert Schultz, for making such a great tool. This helped me emulate the sweep effect on the Pioneer mixer. It's not perfect, but it's pretty close. So make sure to visit this webpage. I'll leave you a link down below, and it's going to take you to the Gumroad website where you can download it for free or purchase it for a price of your choice. I'm not going to include the Max for Live device in my download because I want to give him credit and let him get your email address. That being said, the sweep up sounds like this. And the sweep down sounds like this. It's not completely like the Pioneer mixer. It was as close as I could get. I'm trying to think of ways to make it better. If any of you have any suggestions, drop me a comment down below. Now the flanger sounds like this. I didn't make it go too crazy. Crush effect is similar to a bit crusher like the Pioneer mixer. And then you have the delay wet and delay time and delay feedback. I'd probably suggest leaving the feedback at 50%, but if it's too much, turn it down a little bit. Probably not gonna wanna go more than that. Here's what the delays sound like. It's set to the 1 bar, but you can change that with the delay time. Notice the delays will continue as you drop the wetness, and that's just like the Pioneer mixer. You can also adjust the time in real time and it will stay synced similar to the Pioneer mixer. So all of these macros, once again, are fully automatable, and if you're interested in this rack, it's available to members in my membership area. I would appreciate any of your support. If you like these videos, please check it out. Links to the membership area are down below. So the DJ Effects tool can give you real-time effects just like the mixer as if you're playing. If you want to just cut the lows real quick, if you want to, cut the highs, do a sweep, all of it's there and you can automate everything. Now, once again, I just want to mention that the new template will be added to the download on the landing page that you can get. So check out the link below if you'd like the new one. And I'm going to still give away the old one in case you are still using the old one for some reason. That being said, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please consider giving me a subscribe. A like on the video will help that YouTube algorithm. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think of the template, and check out the membership area if you want the DJ Effects tool. My name is Freddie from Distinct Mastering, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace.